Y'all seeing a dashboard?
Yep.
All right.
We are.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today for this high-level overview and demonstration of Acumatica. I'm going to keep this pretty high level, as I mentioned, and we would be more than happy to prepare a customized presentation and demonstration for anyone at a later date. What you're looking at here is an example of an Acumatica dashboard. Just a little bit about Acumatica. As Mark mentioned, Acumatica was born in the cloud, and we are looking here at a web browser. All of the Acumatica access is through a web browser, so there's nothing for the user to install. They can use their favorite browser, be that Chrome or Edge or whatever. Makes it really easy for the IT folks. Acumatica can be installed on premise. We find that more than 90% of our customers are choosing to let Acumatica do the hosting, take care of all the security, all the backups, no infrastructure to maintain, no Windows updates to worry about on the server. So whether you install it on-prem or you go with the SaaS solution, it's going to look exactly the same to the user. You can access the software anywhere you have a browser, be that on your computer in the office, if you're at home, on an iPad, even on your mobile phone. And there is a mobile app as well. I'm not going to show you the app today, but be glad again to set up a presentation and show you that it's available for Apple and for Android, and available on the app stores. So again, like Mark mentioned, Acumatica security is completely role-based. So you can see here that I'm logged in as the admin, giving me access to everything, but depending on what my login is, I will see perhaps a different dashboard, perhaps different menu options on the left here as well, and all of my security is controlled by that. Acumatica is also multi-company and multi-division. I can also control security to those companies and to those branches based on my login. So a little bit about the dashboard that we're seeing here. This is an example, of a purchasing manager's dashboard. All the dashboards in Acumatica, and it comes with quite a few out of the box. You can see some of them here. All of them can be configured. It's very easy to configure the dashboard. You can add widgets, you can add links. Users can do that if you give them permission, or they can customize the existing dashboards as well. The system power users can create those dashboards and share those as well. The dashboards are extremely interactive. So each one of these widgets, if I choose to, I can drill into that, and I'll do that in a moment and show you what's behind these. I can also use color coding on the dashboards to highlight things that are important. I can group the widgets into sections. If I hover over a particular widget on the dashboard, you'll see that it shows me, for example, my high turnover items here. I'm looking at items that have turned over at a high rate, and I can see the exact detail level here. So 10 turns, I think, per year is what I'm seeing here. I can click on the legend at the bottom if I want to see a different view on that. So for example, on my low turnover items here, if I just want to see for the wholesale warehouse, I can turn off the retail warehouse, and then that's going to alter my dashboard. Taking a look at a different example of a dashboard, the customer view dashboard is often used by our sales representatives because it provides really a 360 overview and shows you the way that Acumatica really connects all of the data and is the single source of truth. So for a particular customer, and the reason I brought up this dashboard is because it's an example of the power in the dashboard, which allows us to filter on a particular entity. In this case, I'm looking at a particular customer, my USA bartending. And whereas before I was seeing all of the information in the system, all of the items purchased in the last 12 months, the sales order trend across my entire organization, when I filter this dashboard on a particular company, then I'm going to see only the information that's pertinent to that customer. So if I'm a customer sales representative and I want to see, I get a call from John at ABC Holding, and he wants to know where's my late order, what's going on with my account. I can go into this customer view dashboard. I can pull up all the information for that account, and I can see everything about that. As I mentioned, we can drill into this information. So if I, let me just show you one more dashboard and I'll use that as an example. I'm going to go to my controller dashboard here. On my controller dashboard, I can see things like my cash on hand, my cash position. Maybe I have some overdue payments, overdue customers. So I'm going to go ahead and drill into my 14 overdue customers to see who those are. And when I do that, what opens up is what Acumatica calls a generic inquiry. And a generic inquiry is really a differentiator for Acumatica that a lot of ERP systems may offer reporting, but this generic inquiry is really a tool that puts that power in the hands of the end users. So I'm just going to highlight a couple of things that our customers really appreciate in the generic inquiry. We can use, as you can see here, we can use color coding with it in the generic inquiry. So in this case, I've configured this to highlight those users who are over their credit limit. Looks like O'Neill's Trading had a credit limit of 80,000 and they're at 232,000. If I want to see more details about that, the generic inquiry offers you what's called a side panel. So depending on the row in my generic inquiry that's highlighted, so for example, I'm looking here at O'Neill's Trading and I want to go ahead and see the customer details on that account, I can open up that side panel and it's going to show me all of the invoices that are outstanding. I can open any or multiple side panels. So if I want to drill into the customer itself and see what is the credit limit for this customer, I can do that. I can look at their financial tab and review their credit limit. I can configure multiple types of credit limits within Acumatica. Now, if I highlight a different row on this generic inquiry, say precision photos, you'll see that the side panel on the side here refreshes. So side panels are a way to allow the user to stay within the context of what they're doing and see additional information. You'll also notice on the generic inquiry, we have these little yellow notes here on the left. So when I drill into a particular account, I can also edit that note, but I can do it right here as well. Any user has visibility to see that there's a note on this customer. Also, we can have attachments that are related to that particular customer. And this is throughout Acumatica. So I'm showing this to you on the customer screen, but this would be equally pertinent on a list of bills of material. I may have a list of stock items, and we'll see some of that as we go through. But all of this functionality is a platform, and each of these functionalities that I'm highlighting are available throughout. You'll notice that we have tabs at the top of our screen. And in this case, because I'm looking at an AR summary, my tabs are things like overdue accounts more than 30 days, more than 60 days, customers on credit hold. I can create new tabs, and I won't do that right now because I want to cover quite a bit here. But it's very easy to create new tabs. You can do it in about 15 seconds, create our criteria. We can make that shared. We can make that the default and create those new tabs. So every time I come into this screen and I want to see all of my customers in the Northeast Ohio region, I can have a tab for that. It could filter on the geography or whatever I choose. I can also rearrange my columns here. I can do that by using the column configurator and moving the columns around. If I don't need to see I want to move the contact up for the customer name, I can go ahead and do that. I can also just drag and drop that. So we'll go ahead and put that back. That's a little bit about generic inquiries.